We're at the Old Piggery Cafe today, and look what's turned up. We're quite early, but look at this. A 300 SL gullwing, left-hand drive. Stunning, stunning car. Complete with fitted luggage in the back as well. What a phenomenal car that is. I had a ride in one of these many years ago. That was a closed coupe version of the gullwing as well. Absolutely phenomenal car.
This one is between even the 997s or something.
Well, our chosen steed for today here at the Old Piggery Cafe is the oldie Renault, the little Renault 4CV. We've got here, I think the official start time is about 9:30 here at the Old Piggery Cafe. There's the Lotus Cortina. We often see at many of these gatherings, and I've had a lengthy chat with the owner of this particular car a few months ago, probably last year sometime now, at one of the crew heritage meets. But this is a beautiful Lotus Cortina. A lovely Beetle, look at that one. Another rear engine classic, of course. So what do we have here? The TR4A, this one's a regular here at Combermere. The sun is shining. What a difference that makes to a car show. Mark 1 Escort Mexico. There's always a mixture of old and slightly newer cars here, sports cars, supercars and classic cars. So being a classic car channel, we will focus on the older cars.
Yellow, fantastic together. They've got little sports cars, these.
Beautiful XK140 fixed head coupe. One of the modern Renault Alpines. Got a BMW Z3M Coupe. You don't see those too often. Powered by the M3 engine. Here we got MGTF, and what a beautiful day to be driving a little old 50s Tourer. Beautiful little car that is. Yeah, I was definitely in two minds whether to do a video today. I thought I might just come along and take a few photographs, but we've had so many interesting cars here today. Got an M3, the E46 M3 BMWs. But yeah, as I was saying, there's so many interesting cars turning up that I have to do a video really, because we don't always get the weather like this. Got a second example of the Alpine. Great looking little cars they are. Based or inspired by the A110 of the late 60s, early 1970s. But yeah, very neat little car. Aston Martin V8. Fantastic. Porsche. A little Wolseley. Now that's hide the secret under its bonnet. That's got a supercharged engine. The supercharger off, I think, a Mercedes Benz SLK is hiding under that stubby little bonnet. What a fantastic little car that is. We see this silver cloud quite regularly. I think we saw this at Llandudno. Only last weekend we saw this one. He certainly gets around in that. What a way to travel. You can see a few TVRs coming in the other entrance down there. There's always plenty of TVRs and Porsches here, supported by both of the relevant clubs. The Delta Integrale. What a bit of kit that is. What a lovely TR4A.
Good morning, sir. Unless you want to be on the dirt, you want to down this side, man. Alright.
One of the droop snoot Vauxhalls. .3 litre slant 4 engine, if memory serves, on that one. Well, let's go and have a mooch around and do a bit more for the video that I wasn't going to do. There's a little Renault. I can't imagine there'll be any more of those here today. There's that Dolomite Sprint 16 valve. A little Mini, is that a sidewalk? I think that's the sidewalk limited edition. A friend of mine's got one of these stashed away in his barn somewhere. But yeah, one of the many limited edition Minis that Rover Group produced. Special trim, quite rare to replicate that, I would imagine now. Special decals on the side. This is a this is a sidewalk limited edition.
What does that mean?
It's quite a racy. It's just a different edition, yeah, different interior trim, different colours. I can't remember if they came on the big wheels or not, but yeah, it's a very sharp looking little Min next to that. So what's this? A Fiat Uno Turbo IE. All stripped out, looks very purposeful inside. We've got a big cage, not much in the way of rear trim. It is clean, isn't it? Yeah, definitely, definitely. Fiat Abarth. Left-hand drive as well. You got the cut off there, the quick sort of cut off for the battery. It's a sharp looking little car, isn't it?
I think that's really cool.
Yeah, definitely. Next to that, we've got an Escort Mexico. Bubble arches, big mini lights. Looking very, very purposeful indeed. What a cracker that is. Yeah, it's really nicely turned out, that great RS steering wheel. There's that early 911 Carrera RS that pulled in before. Sounded gorgeous, this did, and we've heard this pulling away before now at previous meets here at Combermere at the Old Piggery Cafe, and yeah, that is one great car.
12 inches to 22.
I love the filler cap in the middle of the front panel there. Over here we've got an immaculate 2.8i Capri, Ford Capri, B-Reg, about 1984, EH, I think is Staffordshire, so it's not come too far today. This TVR, I think we saw that one at Goresworth Hall only last weekend. And this Lotus, we've been pondering this Lotus, and apparently this is a Lotus Europa S. I didn't know this until, unfortunately, there's this information sheet here. Produced late 06 to early 2010, 456 built, and only 100 or so now in the UK. So, yeah, it's a modern, but it's quite an unusual one. I've never seen one of those, I don't think, before. Oh, the door's up on the gullwing. I'll have to kind of have a peek inside. A beautiful tartan trim in the 300 SL. So it's a huge sill you have to climb over, really wide, deep and tall. What a cracking car. Talking of cracking, don't crack your head on that, because you'd certainly know about it. But what a beautifully made car, everything chromed. There's that fitted luggage I was talking about before. Just an incredible car. Next to the Mercedes is that XK140 fixed head that came in just a few minutes ago on beautiful painted green wire wheels. Really, really nice. It's got a 3-point harness, isn't it, as well? Maybe it's used for a bit of navigational rallies, that kind of thing. Just have another look at that dashboard. Now, funny enough, I've just answered a question that I set myself this very morning, because a couple of hours ago we were at a car boot sale and I bought a rev counter, tachometer, Smith's Tacho, identical to that one over there, and the reason it stood out to me was it's because it reverse reading, which is the interesting thing. So even though mine's missing the clock, that just confirms to me what the Tacho that I found this morning is actually off. It's off a Jaguar XK. I thought it was XK, but seeing that one in there just confirms it. That's really, really good to know. 300 SL is moving. What a car. Okay, here's that mighty Plymouth Roadrunner. Just look how straight that is. Black is such a difficult colour to get a nice finish on and reveals any flaws in the body, but that is so straight, it's incredible. The size of that rear wing or rear fender, that just shows what great condition this Roadrunner is in. There's that Delta Integrale. Like the proper metal pressed plate on it. R8 and the V8 Aston Martin. Heavens, that's got some presence, that has. They are big, but it's not as big as that Ferrari next to it, though, is it? I mean, this is so classy. Yeah, that's just a beautiful, wonderful car. That in the fantastic colour as well. What an incredible car that is.
They've done, it's got all the performance kit on it like this, but it's only in white, and it's 620 rear wheel drive only. And it's called the GT. Dangerous. It's the last one they make.
That's a plus, isn't it? It's cool.
It's beautiful, that.
Yeah. And straight away, like you said, it's that front you've got in
Honda NSX. Maserati. Distant cousins, Porsche, Beetle, 911 Targa. Another little rear engine car, very similar to our 4CV in many ways. It couldn't be more different to that Plymouth Roadrunner. What a bonny little car, a Fiat Abarth 595.
Not so much the price side of it, because if you're doing like a Mark 3, 4, 5, yeah.
So different to the layout in our little Renault. Probably even smaller than our Renault. Let's go and have a mooch down here. We've got an Audi Quattro here, about 1987, 86, 87, something like that. Oh. Such an iconic car, really, of the 1980s. Made super famous, of course, when they introduced these into rallying in the World Rally Championship. It just changed everything forever. Now, we've seen this silver cloud before, but have we had a peek in through the window? Let's have a quick shufty. What an incredible interior that is. Beautiful smell of that proper leather, not like the leather you get in so many modern cars today, which is like plastic. This is proper stuff. And the built-in radio as well. Beautiful car that is. Right, let's carry on hunting classics here at the Old Piggery Cafe. TVRs are here in force. Chimaera, later Chimaera with enclosed headlamps. Chimaera, Griffith. Down here we have a replica Cobra, replica of the famous AC Cobra. This is a replica of the wide-bodied cars, the later 427 cubic inch cars. The early cars had they started out with a 260 cubic inch and then the 289 narrower bodied cars, but when they put all these big flared arches on, that's when they shoehorned the mighty 427 cubic inch engine in, which off the top of my head I don't know the capacity, but it must be around 7 litres, somewhere around there. Got a quick release racing fuel filler there. Look at the diameter of the neck, designed to really get the fuel in quickly. Yeah, that must be a lot of fun. These centre knock-on wheels, I think, are by Hallibrand. And you can always tell a well-executed Cobra replica because if it's got Hallibrands on it, wide section, much deeper wheels on the back compared to the front, then you know that someone sort of put some thought into making it look convincing and, you know, a good copy, because there are many iffy Cobra replicas out there as well, but that looks very, very nice indeed. And here is that TR4A that we saw driving in just a few minutes ago, the Weaver Wonder 2022. I think we'll probably go and have a look at that when that takes place. You don't often see clean survivors of these either. The Vauxhall Nova, this is a booted saloon, a two-door saloon, but it's super clean car. I've probably featured this one before, but you know, but never mind. I'll always, yeah, 'cause it's just so clean. And I think I remember commenting just how tidy it was underneath. You can still see spot welds under there. So that's a super clean, really well preserved example. The sort of car that you used to see everywhere at one time. The 1.2, the Merit, was a limited edition. Someone's bought themselves a Siren. Marvellous. So what's this? Then? A Corvette? Z06, not Z, Z06. Yeah, you got to get the lingo.
Naturally aspirated V8.
How many horsepower?
505.
How do you know?
It says on the side.
Does it?
Yeah, the Z06.
Oh yeah.
But I love these because they're just naturally
Well spotted.
aspirated, rear-wheel drive.
It's a proper Corvette. It's not like the new Corvette,
Exactly.
is it? The new one's all,
Like all silly turbos. It's just naturally aspirated.
yeah, sort of
It's just a
brutish,
big engine.
bit of a brute. Yeah.
Yeah, just a big old V8 up front.
And there's that droop snoot Vauxhall. Rare car.
Really like that.
Porsche. And there's that M3, the E46 series of the M3. And next to that, the Z3M, the M-powered version of the Z3 BMW. You could get the open-top cars, the Roadsters, and these coupes. Crazy-looking cars.
So nice.
We used to have a 2.8 Z3, which was a lovely car, and it sounded fantastic. But this is a whole new level. About 326 brake horsepower, I think, in standard form. Now, one of these did turn up here last month, so I think I probably did speak about it, and the fact that the spot welds can pull out of the boot floor if you keep giving it too much welly. The diff, the movement of the diff and the torque you're putting through the diff, it can tear the mountings out of the boot floor. And I'm sure that probably applies to the contemporary M3 as well, so lift that boot carpet if you're planning on buying one of these. Here's that matching pair of bright yellow Spitfire 1500s we saw pulling in before. This one we've seen at various gatherings in and around Cheshire. The extra pod of instrumentation on top of the dash is the giveaway that we've seen this one before. It's joined by another bright yellow example. I forget the name of the colour, is it saffron perhaps? But yeah, it's great to see them together and pulled in together. So this is on an R plate, that's on an S. An underbonnet view of this Mark II VW Golf GTI. Surprised how far back the engine is set actually. There's a huge gap there between the engine block and the radiator.
Very shiny.
Yeah, so you've got the gearbox on the side there. And the engine over here. Yeah, transverse, as are so many cars now. Well, pretty much all cars are, aren't they? Yeah. That's super clean, super shiny.
It's had some work done, hasn't it?
Hmm.
We don't see this when we're looking at it.
There's that glorious Morgan Aero that came in before. Big V twin engine hung off the front, exposed valve gear. So you got your rockers there, your valves and springs. Got the Speedo drive off the front there. When we were at Bicester we saw a bullnose Morris with a very similar setup. The Speedo drive off the front end. And there's obviously the cable off up to the speedometer. Little dampers there, Newton London and Manchester. So a quick peek inside the cockpit. What a great little vintage three-wheeler.
So much fun, isn't it? I love how you literally got an exposed gearbox right in between. It's lovely. Oh yeah.
Look at this beauty here, a Sunbeam Tiger, the V8 version of the Sunbeam Alpine. Look at that, shoehorned in there. Tiger powered by Ford. I think these had the 260 cubic inch, but I might be wrong, but it was around about 260. A real wolf in sheep's clothing, because from a glimpse as you saw driving by, you just assume it's a regular 4-cylinder Alpine, but bigger wheels, badging on the side. And that, so you've got a V8 badge on this one. That's the giveaway that you're looking at, a fruity V8 powered version. What a great car that is. Twin pipes, of course, that's a bit of a giveaway. On the C, so 1965. What a sharp looking car that is. Isn't that a beauty? Can't believe I didn't see or hear this one driving in before, but I must have been down the other end, I think. We've got a Sapphire Cosworth here, this one arrived, but I didn't see that one coming in. And here we've got a TR4, slightly fruity looking TR4, complete with a Surrey roof. What a purposeful looking little car that is, I do like that. Clearly gets around a bit. Oh, what a great colour that is. Yeah, I love the colour of that. Some of the cars have disappeared from the old piggery cafe now. Well, there's some extra gear in there, lots of timing gear. Yes. Beautiful looking car though. Got a pair of Mark II two-door Escorts here. So let's have a closer look. This is a Mexico. More often than not the Mexicos we see are the Mark 1s, but this is a Mark II Escort Mexico on a T-plate. RS alloys. Nice rare car that is now. Alongside that we've got an RS 2000 with a droop snoot type front. And I like these proper pressed metal plates. Those are nice. Those look really original as well, Cirque. Little Ford logo on there as well, which we like to see. But no, it's a really great pair of old Escorts there. Dealer supplier sticker in the back window. Well, the cars are disappearing now, so I think we will probably do the same. It's about midday, which is the usual time that this little meeting wraps up. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please check out some of the other videos. There are many show visits and walkarounds on the channel now. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that kind of thing. Membership is now open as well, so if you want to join the old classic car channel in that way, by all means do so. Have a look at the join link for more details on that. Well, there's an MGB turning up a little bit late, I suspect. Better late than never. I think it's nice to have the Renault out in the Sunday sunshine as well. Bye for now. Well, it's a few hours after the Combermere meet earlier this morning. We've had a bite to eat and we've headed down in the MX-5 and the MGB down to sunny Slape. Dad's having a little pleasure flight in a helicopter, or at least that's the plan. So we thought, well, we'll come down here in these two as it's such a lovely fine day. We've got a few classic motorcycles here at Sunny Slape. A V-Reg Honda. Not quite sure what size that is, maybe 250, something like that, a twin. And this one, so what did you say this one was? BSA. Oh, it says BSA on the back of the seat. But there aren't too many clues. It looks ex-military. What a great looking machine. This all looks fairly sturdy. I like that. Very strong on patina. Registered in 67. And alongside that, fairly modern Triumph. Good to see the Triumph name still going. Bonneville, product of the 70s, the original Triumph Bonnie.